Thanks for coming. My name is Asaf and I'm from Logs.io. I'm not sure if you caught the presentation we did yesterday at the exhibit hall about log analytics, but we're a log analytics company, and what we do is we take the ELK stack, which is Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana, and we offer it as a cloud service. On top of that, we also provide additional enterprise-grade features like alerting, reporting, role-based access, high availability, high security, and all that sorts of thing. And on top of that, we provide what we call advanced analytics, which we can identify automatically what's interesting in your log files and highlight that for you. So this is just a demo of like what the ELK stack looks like. I want to do like a demo and not just give a presentation. So this is what you get when you send all your logs to the system. You can see for every 30 seconds how many logs arrived in the system. You can take each one of the logs and open them up and basically get a sense of what's in the log file, and you can search for it very, very easily and very, very quickly. So if you want to search for, let's say you want to search for error, it takes you like less than a second and you get the response of all the errors that you had in the system in the past 15 minutes. Obviously this can be changed, the time frame and stuff like that. If you care about a specific log type, like you want to see only the Nginx log files, then you can look at the Nginx. And these are all the log files that came from our Nginx server. You can see we have 768. And if you are interested to see, so Nginx has a status and a response time, and you can see that most of the response that we get are response 200, which is obviously that everything is okay. But let's say I want to be able to graph it. I want to be able to see when is it not response 200. I can just go to the response, click on it. I can see that I have most of them 200. I have a few 300, which are kind of like basic redirects. I have a few 404, and I can look at it to visualize that. Obviously, I can just click on it and create a visualization, which says, yeah, I have that many 629 response 200, and all I care about the 404, I had 3 that are response 404, and that's with a click of a button I created a visualization that my Nginx server is showing. So putting it all together, you can create some very nifty graphs with it. So you can look here and say, this is some of the graphs that we use in our system. We use a product called Apache Kafka, which is a messaging layer, and we monitor the product through here. We monitor our CPU and our network through the system. We use HA proxy, which is a proxy. It's kind of like a load balancer and a high availability proxy that we monitor through the system. And this is all of the different visualization types that you can do in this environment. I want to also show you something very quickly about stuff that you can also do from a geographic location. So let's say I want to create a visualization of all my visitors that coming through the Nginx. I can create a map and I can say, you know what, I want it from a saved search, and I want to get all the Nginx, and I want to create a geo coordinate, and you see that with a click of a button, I can see now that I have a visitor from Europe, I have a visitor from the East Coast, I have a visitor from the West Coast, and all over the United States, I have visitors from Israel. And these are the current people that in the past 15 minutes visited my environment. So what I want to show here is like how simple, easy, and trivial it is to create like very nice visualization. All of them are running and operating in real time, obviously. So last thing I want to show you is what we call the ELK app. So obviously you can go and define each one of the visualization on your own. You can define a dashboard, you can define alerts, you can do all of it on your own. But the question is like, why? All of the people are managing Nginx and or managing other systems like Apache, like Tomcat, like ELB, which is the Elastic Load Balancer from Amazon. They all have similar goals when they're managing stuff. So we've created a whole library of application that you can do. And for example, If I'm interested in Nginx, you can see that there's a few here. There is a map here, there is the access by the browser, and I can just click on open it, and immediately I will be able to see on my environment what is the distribution of the browser. I can see most of them are accessing from Chrome, Firefox, and other, and I can expand it and say, you know what, I want to get it on the last 24 hours. I don't care about the last 15 minutes, and now I can see different distribution. Again, the majority, 68% of our people are using Chrome to access our environment. Same thing, if I want to create another dashboard, I want to create another alert, I can search for it here, and I can show, for example, ELB. Which is the Elastic Load Balancer, and if you want to open up just a dashboard of the ELB, you can open it up and immediately get visibility of all your Elastic Load Balancer and everything that's being done. This has not been accessed in the past, so yeah, if you scroll it for 24 hours, you can see the average received bytes, average sent bytes that you get here. You can see access map of all the ELB and what's coming up. You can see average URL per average time taken, like how long does it take for each one of the URL to respond, and very, very rich information with a matter of a second, with getting from 0 to getting some logs there. So that's Logs.io, very exciting, booth 815, and if you have any questions, I'm here, or you can reach me at the booth. Any questions? Thank you very much. Thanks.